In the previous pregnancy academies for fathers, each of the skills can be looked at separately, but they actually can come together. And in reality, from 36 weeks of pregnancy to the birth, a lot of them do come together. In other words, how do you use kindness and patience at the same time? 36 weeks is a turning point for pregnant women. They begin to really get impatient about when the birth is going to occur. Up until recently, we had no idea when the due date was, and it's only really in my lifetime that due dates have been calculated. But 80% of women give birth 2 weeks either side of that due date, and the latter side of it is cut short because now the medical profession is saying we don't want women to go past 42 weeks. But when I gave birth in 1970, that didn't matter. And so people went longer, and then they determined once the baby was born was that the calculation, as they were early calculating due dates, was off somehow. So women can get very clear menstrual periods, and they can be at a very clear set time, and they can clearly ovulate right in the middle. And then there's the rest of us who don't get clear menstrual periods, and we're not certain when we ovulate. And once we get pregnant, we continue to have a menstrual period. Or we had irregular menstrual periods to begin with. So the idea of calculating your due date is based on when was your last menstrual period. And then they calculate back, and then back so many months, and then forward so many weeks. Well, that's imperfect. And when they do ultrasounds and they measure babies, they go, well, you're at this week's pregnant. But that's proven to be imperfect as well. However, something biologically happens to women at 36 weeks where they begin to be impatient. So your job during this time is to start to bring more of your patience in, even though you're becoming impatient to see this baby as well, and bring your kindness to your partner. And at the same time, you need to turn that kindness and patience towards yourself as well. What your baby doesn't need is two jittery mothers and fathers to be preparing for their coming birth. They need you to be calm and focused and feeling capable, but you can still feel excited. This is a direction of kindness and patience to your partner and to yourself.